Now back to the soul planning. You also get to choose your parents and others that you will work with. As your life plan comes together and you decide what you want to work on in this lifetime to help you reach your highest and greatest good. This is where the group soul planning session comes in. All the souls that are going to work together meet and work out how, when, where, and to what extent their involvement will be. Your guides and your angels will be there to help. I'm not sure what went on at my soul planning sessions with my guides and angels. I've had 5 motorcycle crashes, broke my neck twice, and have died twice. I wonder what we were thinking. Well, maybe if I started to work on my spirituality after the first, the other 4 might not have happened. Of course, if they hadn't happened, I wouldn't be where I am now. Or they could have been exit points that I chose not to take. Maybe I knew all the fun I'd miss out on after the shift if I left too soon. The souls that you work closely with this time, you have worked with before. Your sister this time could have been your brother, father, or even your child in a past life. But this time the roles have changed to better work out the life lessons. When you think about it, we have been both sexes and all races. Why are we prejudiced? If you have something specific to work on, then you will need a special group of souls. But most of the time, you can come in just for the birth or to live to be 90. It will be what works best for the lessons that you want to learn and the souls that you want to help. You can put exit points along the way after certain things are accomplished, or if things are not going to be right for the journey, you may leave and go back home. No shame, no foul. You decide when to come in and when to go. No one else. It is for your growth that you are here. Souls can see how trauma affects the body when remembering past lives, how it felt even if you were not the one going through it. To be in the physical body and watch your child or a loved one go through trauma is hard. When you go home, you realize it was for both of yours growth, but the memories are still there, not the pain. So it is not something taken lightly. You might put things in place to change your direction or give yourself a wake-up call if things are not going right. You are here for your highest and greatest growth. You might want to have something happen when you were born, so you can start working on your growth or spirituality from birth. But if the soul who would be responsible for giving birth to you does not think it could handle that, you will have to put it in at a later time. After you're grown or on your own, would not be too late, just a different point to be starting from. The first part of your life would be like junior college, learning all the things that will help you with your major subjects. Then, when the time is right, you start your search and walk your path. Later it could turn into the path of the wayshower. I think we plan most of the big events in our life. Who is going to be our parents, brothers, sisters, spouse, and children? Our children and stepchildren, they have chosen to be with us, as we chose our parents and they chose theirs before us. They feel we could help them the most. I'm not sure about how the rest of the family ties in, but I don't think it's haphazard. I believe it is all well planned out. When we were born, we remember the other side, till we were about 2 or 3 years old. If we could communicate what we knew about home, our true memories of our true home, the one through the veil, people would be in such awe. Too bad as we get older we forget the love, the vibration, the energy, the colors, the beauty of all things. Our true home of joy and bliss. This is why on the other side we are thought of so highly. We are warriors. We leave our home and come to Schoolhouse Earth for the chance to raise our vibration, and this is how we grow. There are other ways to move up, raise our vibration, but not as quickly. The other realms are gentler on the growth of the soul, but are much slower, so we choose Schoolhouse Earth, the fast track. For the past 22 years, I've been searching for knowledge, the truth about what happened, and how to do it again. In 1988, I had a conscious out-of-body experience. I was flying over a village on the shores of an ocean. The white homes, the green and tree-covered hills, one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. I believe it was around the Mediterranean Sea somewhere, and I think I had lived there in a past. I believe there is knowledge from then that it could help me in this lifetime now. Now, 22 years later, I'm not as sure that what I saw was here on Earth. I have never been comfortable here or felt like I fit in, even as a child. Could I have lived most of my lifetimes on other solar systems or in other galaxies? Am I here at this time because I have knowledge that could help as we go through the shift? I have read about star children and some of their traits, the star systems that they come from. I have read a good bit on indigo and crystalline children, how long they have been coming in, how they look at things differently, in different light, and they need truth. Things need to be fair, not easy, and everyone gets a chance to try. After reading about both groups, I felt a calmness move over me. I think I realized that I was not alone. I do belong here. There are a lot of other people like me and more coming in all the time. We are not a few, we are many, and we have come in from all over the universes to help and bring in light. Also, there are walk-ins. Someone who comes into a body that is being left by a soul who decided to take an exit point before the life is complete. In the case of a walk-in, a soul does not see the incarnation going as planned, so he decides to take one of the exit points that he has set in place, and at the same time there is a soul that has something to complete, but does not need to go through the birth process in childhood. As the one soul leaves the body, the other soul steps or walks in. I believe he will have cell memories from the other person to help the transition, but the new soul has things on his agenda and must shift the focus of the new body to work on the things he is here to accomplish. I'm not sure where this is going to go, but I felt I had to post this much. I'm sure I will receive more or get more, and as I do, I'll post it. I've had some really good teachers, some of them famous, and some of them not so much famous. You can learn a lot if you're awake and aware. Even the bag boy at the grocery store. At one time, I thought very little of him, and as I've talked to him, I realized how much calmness and love he has for just about everything. He's mentally probably about 8 or 10 years old, physically probably in his 40s, but just the niceness and the smile that he always has and how happy he always is. He can be one of your greatest teachers if you allow him. I know he has been for me. I had a very wise teacher. He's a healer here in town. Well, he's working a lot back in New York now. And he can see things and know things. The healings he's done is amazing. They've done stories here on him and in the news on him. And I asked him one time, because I was really getting frustrated and upset, and I asked him, with all you can see and all you know, how does this not drive you crazy? He says that he looks at it and he knows it's wrong and he knows it needs to change. But being one person, there's not much he can do. The only change he can accomplish is a change within himself. And as he does that, hopefully others will see it and imitate the change that he has made, and they'll change also. And I believe this is what they mean by walking the path of the way shower. Well, I guess until the next time, thank you very much. I hope there's little bits in here that can help you, and tell your friends about it. Have a great day. Remember, when you get up in the morning, you decide the type of day you're going to have. And I hope you have a beautiful day. I know I will. Thank you.